Soleil, how you doing?
Hello, how are you?
Very good. How are you?
Yeah, I wanted to say to you that next weekend I wanted to come to Germany to see the event. However, I am working and I'm really sad I cannot come. But I wish you best of luck for this event. I think it will
Right.
be amazing.
Do you
Yeah.
have work, or you're worried that there could be a terrorist attack?
No. I have work. I don't care about terrorists. I promise
Well,
you,
you
I
should care
wanted to
about it.
come in with my
Right.
car.
Right.
From France to Germany.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Okay.
yeah, I wanted to tell you a big news in France that is
Yeah.
happening right now.
I saw in
There
the
is
private
a
chat. Yeah.
yeah, there is an Imam. His name is Hassan Iqiyoussen, and he has a big YouTube channel with 200K
Subscribers.
followers, subscribers, and he almost got expelled. In fact, the French government wanted to expel him because he had in his speech, in his preaches, he said things about the Jews and the women, like women, their place is in the kitchen. About the Jews, it is a people that we have to remind them their place. And so I wanted to know why the French government wanted to expel him.
What's his name?
Hassan Iqiyoussen. I write it to you if you want. His name
Yeah,
is
sure.
complicated.
Please. Yeah, but please write it down. I wish you had written it before so I could.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Good. Okay. Carry on.
Hassan Iqiyoussen. And if you and I will talk to you about his video. You write Hassan Iqiyoussen and aposta next to it. There is a
But
video
this
he
guy.
talks. Yes. And if you go
Right.
to YouTube, you write his name plus aposta, and he's talking about us, about ex-Muslims. And he said something really weird. He said, first of all, that he doesn't want aposta with a T at the end. Apostate with a T instead of the H. Yes, the second one. Yes,
Yeah.
this video is really, I showed it to hundreds of ex-Muslims because
Right.
it was really weird. He said
So what
that,
did he say?
he says that people who want to leave Islam, they are free, they can do it, no problems. But he was telling the story about in the past, in the Prophet era, people converted to Islam on purpose to leave it because they wanted to fight Islam. And so he said, these people are traitors and they deserved 12 bullets in the head.
They deserve what?
12, he said, the people in the era of the Prophet, in the time of the Prophet, who converted to Islam on purpose just to leave it one day after, just to say we are ex-Muslims, we know it from the inside, it is a bad religion. So these people who want to fight Islam, they are traitors. And so, like in France, the collabo people who worked with the Nazis, like in France, they deserve 12 bullets in the head.
Oh wow.
And so it is, even I am a French, I understand really well French. I could not
So
understand.
he said, but I thought
Yeah,
on one hand he said that people are free to leave Islam, but then he
yeah,
says that they're not really free because he wants to put 12 bullets in their heads.
yeah. He said if these people want to fight Islam, in fact, you can leave Islam if you want, but if you want to fight Islam, there is a problem. So it is really
Imagine
violent.
if we imagine,
So does that mean us, Soleil? Does that mean anyone who speaks? Because fighting against
Yeah.
Islam is speaking against it, right?
All
I
of
think
us.
so. I
'Cause-
interpreted, I asked a lot of people, what do you understand? Because me, I am French, even I don't understand. Why? Because he said how do you say? The video is cut in two, you know? The first half, he says people are free to leave Islam. But then the second half, he says people who fight Islam, they deserve death.
And that video
Yeah,
is still up on YouTube.
Yeah.
So this is the same video. So let's just show the world what happens if we actually report this video. Do you remember where it says that?
Yes,
roughly?
there. Yes, second half.
About there? Yeah, but this is the second half. So if we go report and we go harmful or dangerous acts, no, not this one. Hateful or abusive content promotes hatred or violence. So we go yes. This major cleric in France is openly saying that those who fight those who fight Islam deserve 12 bullets in their heads.
12, you know. Whew.
Not 11, not 10. He wants to make sure. So if we report this, I can guarantee you nothing's going to happen. This video is nearly 8 years old, 24th of March, 2014.
But you know, people interpret it differently. Some people said, no, he's just talking about the time of the Prophet. He's not speaking about
There were no bullets back then.
Yeah.
Good point.
True. But for me, when I saw it, I was concerned. I felt he was talking about me, you know. But he's so clever. He doesn't say explicitly today ex-Muslims who speak on the internet shoot them. He doesn't say it. He said at the time of the Prophet. However, the example of the Prophet is forever.
Exactly.
You know? So
we know
that
what
makes
Prophet
sense
did.
why you don't show your face as well, Saleh, because I mean this is what these clerics do. They put these messages out there and they leave it to the fanatic or somebody who really believes in what they say to read between the lines. And as you said, if you put two and two together, the example of the Prophet is timeless and eternal, and bullets are something that's in the modern era. And fighting against Islam, actually, if we take it all the way back to the Quranic meaning, let's say spreading fitna, causing mischief in the land, we are causing mischief by calling out Islam for what it is, by making fun of the Prophet, by saying he was not a good human being. So yeah, it very much could be aimed at you. Again, I think we're just living in really kind of more scary / very warranted paranoid times, but I'd say be very careful.
The Quran is actually more explicit in that. Quran chapter 5 verse 33 says, those who fight against Allah and his messenger and run about trying to spread disorder on the earth, which is us, apparently, according to their worldview, their punishment is no other than they shall be killed or be crucified or their hands and legs be cut off from different sides.
I mean, 12 bullets sounds nice right about now.
Yeah. Or they be kept away from the land they live in. That is a humiliation for them in this world and for them. So you know, even someone like Muhammad Hijab, what he takes out of this verse, he says that they be kept away. So these days they can get asylum in these Western countries. So Muslim countries should expel them and forget about these top 3 punishments of crucifixion. And so even Muhammad Hijab had a soft spot as well. He's like, this is a bit too much.
Yeah, is it a soft spot or is it just you cannot get away with that? I mean, you will be.
No, he could have. No, but look,
you're harking back to the days of crucifixions and amputations, sitting comfortably in England. Come on now.
No, but these guys are openly, they can say any outrageous thing that they want.
But they always throw in that caveat and say, in a perfect Islamic state. And this guy is saying, in the time of the Prophet, that's what used to happen. But you take that as you will, because as a Muslim, you know, Prophet.
So you said, Soleil, you said that there are 12 Imam, he was almost expelled. What happened?
Yes. The government, a minister called Gérard Darmanin, is famous now. And he wanted to expel this imam. So the whole media went crazy, and they said it was for political things, like
reasons.
Reasons. Yes, so what happened is that a lot of people watched his videos because people who didn't know him watched his videos. So it was a huge it was a publicity for him. Like for Salman Rushdie, we see that his books right now on internet in Amazon, I think it is full. Everybody wants to buy Salman Rushdie books because it is a publicity. So because he was born in France, but his parents are Moroccan, and when he was 18, he could have the French citizenship, but he refused it on the advices of his family because being French and Muslim is not compatible. So he refused the citizenship, and now so he's not French, but he lives in France. And so the tribunal they suspended this expulsion and saying that his whole family is in France, so it is not right, it is not fair. So yes.
Yeah, you have that law where you've got the right to remain in that country because you can argue for the right to like family life if most of your family is settled there. But surely, Soleil, the publicity he got from this was from a French perspective, not good publicity, right? Like he must be on the radar of other government ministers and things like that just for the narrative that he peddles.
Yes, it was bad publicity, but I think there is a citation who says there is no bad publicity.
Any publicity is good publicity.
Yeah. So I think he will stay in France. I think, but
imagine I wonder, like you could get away with so much sometimes if you word it cleverly, like how these Ali Dawah and all this say they add these caveats at the end to say, oh, in a perfect Islamic state. We know what he means. This is why he's like, he didn't say that, oh, this is not an Islamic state, so Salman Rushdie should not have been stabbed. He didn't say it. He's like, he's smirking. So we know you can get away with a lot. But imagine if we started, and look, I fear that is going to happen at some point when the real anti-Muslim bigotry is going to come out of some ex-Muslims. And tit for tat kind of thing. Well, you say, well, any Muslim who tries to shove his religion down my throat or something, he should be, so and so. So, speaking in their own words, we know how people become extremists because they try to reason, and when they give up eventually, and then they say, you know what? There's only one solution to it. That's violence, and that's how. If you look at it, all these people, they had this flipping moment, and the way some of these people of high standing within their own community can over and over and over again keep saying these things. And this is why I disagree with Ahmed. I said, well, we need to work towards getting them cancelled. I would I try to get Ali Dawah cancelled, and I'm gonna keep trying to do it with all these other people as well. I don't care, they need to be cancelled. I am yes, you live by the sword, you die by you live by sword, but don't die by sword. And it can happen to us as well. Maybe we could be, get cancelled as well. But so be it. That's just the way it is. But otherwise, this is just going to get worse and worse. And you're going to get keep saying it, that you're going to get Muslims. Get ready. There's going to be next generation of ex-Muslims, and they're going to be ex-muftis. They're going to be, they're going to come from all walks of lives. People like me are very mellow. People like Abdullah Samir are very mellow. Why? Because we weren't really affected by Islam per se. Like I wasn't beaten up. There was no mob that was after me or something. I was just purely out of interest. I became, what happened to Mishal Khan and all these guys. So I became an activist, and we are really, really mellow. But wait till you see the next version of, or next generation of ex-Muslims who are going to be angry. They're going to be angry, and then some of them are going to be very extreme. And they're going to come up with the same rhetoric that these Muslim clerics and imams have been peddling for the last 1400 years. And then they're going to say, oh, anti-Muslim bigotry, please, look at this. Then they're going to see it. For example, Ayaan Hirsi Ali, because she's a victim of Islam, she did say something very harsh, where it's like, oh, nuclear bomb and something, She did say something along the line where she alluded to that. None of and look, she's kind of excommunicated. None of the major ex-Muslims today own her. Nobody actually has any relationship with Ayaan Hirsi Ali for saying those kind of things. But she's just one of them. What if there are 10 Ayaan Hirsi Alis and 10, or male versions of her or something? What are you going to do then? So yeah, it's not going to be good for Muslims unless they change their attitudes. Then they need to learn something. The world isn't run by your rules, and the world doesn't give two damns about your religion and the sanctity of your prophet or your scriptures. We don't care. To us, it's nothing special. If we want to talk about it, we're going to talk about it. If we're going to debunk it, if we want to debunk it, we will debunk it. Better get used to it, or get ready. There's there's going to be evolution. Nothing stays static. Everything evolves or devolves. Everything is constantly is transforming into something else, and that's going to keep happening. So this movement of ex-Muslim, the way it is right now, it's not going to remain like this. It's going to get bigger, and it's going to get more diverse.
That will be a mess. No. So I wanted to say a last thing about this Imam. I watched a lot of his videos these past few days, and it was the first time I listened to an Imam since I became an ex-Muslim. So the first time I listened to a preach with a critical mind, and I felt that he was so kind. When he speaks, he has a soft voice. And you want to, no, it's a joke, but I almost reverted to Islam. No, it's a joke. I never do it.
Soleil, you're better than that. Don't fall for his charms, no matter how softly he speaks.
He has a charm, and I realized if the devil existed, it should be someone like him. Someone who is, because really his videos, when you watch him, because he plays with your fears, and he charms you, and he's like a father to you, So it's really I understand why people convert with this manipulative man, So it's he's not screaming like all the imams. No, he's not shouting. He's nice.
Right. He knows women with kindness.
Well, yeah, it's hardly it can hardly be called kindness if it talks about putting bullets in people's heads.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, thank you, Soleil. Thank you.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Thank you. Thanks for sharing that, Soleil.
To help me produce more videos like these, support me on Patreon or PayPal.